Being a Sixers fan is just like being a Cowboys fan sometimes. And I'm not waving the white flag, but there has been a number of times where we've been right there, and we fold at the end. We have a 5-point lead. A 5-point lead. We've done all the hard work. All we've got to do is make our free throws, Kyle Lowry. Make our free throws. And it would have been a tie game after that DiVincenzo 3. It comes down to rebounding. Tobias Harris, if you're going to have less than your season average, matter of fact, these playoffs, you have 10 points and you have 7 points. You average 8.5 points in the playoffs when in the regular season you average 17 points. So that's about an 8-point drop off from what you do in the regular season. That's disgraceful. I'm not even the type of guy, I'm past that. Calling guys bums and all that. I'll say that with my friends, in the group chats and all that. When I'm on air, I'm not going to say that. So I'm not going to do what I did to you, Tobias Harris, and call you a James Bradbury, call you a bum and all that. But you know that you're not playing well. You know that you're not playing up to what we all know you can play up to. But if you're not going to score points, you better have 15 freaking rebounds. Because Joel Embiid, off one leg, he's snagging rebounds and he needs some help. And if you got that rebound, instead of letting Isaiah Hartenstein, I don't care if he is taller than you, because Josh Hart is getting every rebound and he's damn near one of the smallest guys on the court. So I'm not hearing that excuse. You're 6'9", box out, get that rebound, and we're not even talking about a DiVincenzo 3. We're not talking about that. Tobias Harris, you must play better. 7 points in game 1, 10 points in game 2. This is disgraceful. And you know it. You know it. So I don't know if it's you are already set. I'm going to Detroit. I saw Keith Pompey's tweet that his camp is already looking at Detroit. Tobias Harris's camp. I don't know if it's that. I just don't know if maybe it's coaching. Maybe it's coaching. I don't know what it is. But you have got to be better than what you are now. We can't have games where Embiid off one leg is going crazy. Tyrese Maxey literally almost proved me right. Almost proved me right. Because I said we're going to need a big game from Tyrese Maxey, and he was pulling through. He was pulling through. He had that deep 3 at the end of the shot clock. Less than a minute left to put the Sixers up 4. Maxey was hooping. And if the Sixers won, it would have been Tyrese Maxey shocking the world and saying, I've arrived. This is my team without Embiid being at 100%. Let me go ahead and take this over. So Maxey, he gets 0% of the blame. 0%. But a large portion of it goes to Tobias Harris. It goes to a guy like Buddy Hield. We acquired you, Buddy Hield, to be a dead-eye sharpshooter, to be a 3-and-D guy. You can't guard nobody. You're not making any shots. You're not making any threes. What are you there for? So there are some role players that when they're away, they aren't the same player as they are at home. Here's the number one reason why I'm nervous about the Sixers coming back to Wells Fargo Center. If they have a bad start to a game, hear me out, y'all. If the Sixers have a bad start to a game, the fans are going to boo. Oh my gosh. And the fans really shouldn't boo. If you're a Philly fan going to game 3, please don't boo. don't boo. I mean, if it's a blowout, boo. But if it's a 10-point game, 15-point game, you know how the way with a 3-point shot now, leads aren't what they used to be. So please don't boo, because I'm not sure this team, after a heartbreaking loss they had in game 2, can come back to their home fans who are supposed to support them throughout the entire game and have the fans boo them if they have a bad stretch in the beginning. We can't have that, y'all. We got to stay positive. We have to stay positive. We have to stay positive. So, look, the Knicks did what they were supposed to do, but this was a game that we should have won. You're up 5. You got to win, bro. You got to win. You got to win that. You got to win that. And I'm going to say this. I apologize to Nick Nurse because I said that Nick Nurse, was the biggest reason as to why the Sixers lost this game. I was adamant about it because I was like, Nick Nurse, why didn't you call a timeout before the inbound pass? Because if you call a timeout before the inbound pass, then we're not even talking about Tyrese Maxey potentially being fouled and, it ended up being a turnover and then Dante DiVincenzo gets that go-ahead 3. We're not even talking about that. But then I was scrolling through Instagram. I was with my mans. I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see Nick Nurse in his presser say, I literally called timeout. So you're telling me, I wanted to apologize to Nick Nurse because I thought that you didn't call a timeout before that inbound pass. But in fact, you did. And I was so upset because as a championship coach, you should know better. You have one timeout. You should be able to call a timeout to set up a set for Tyrese Maxey, your best free throw shooter, to go ahead and take us home. But that did not happen. Whole time it was the refs' incompetence, which is why they didn't even see his timeout. How is that possible? It's the end of a game. I don't care how freaking loud Madison Square Garden is. I don't care. You are an NBA ref, and you have a head coach that is calling a timeout, and you don't see him. You don't hear him. That is disgraceful. You should lose your job. So again, I apologize to Nick Nurse because I did not know that he already called a timeout before that inbound pass. I apologize. But it's the refs' incompetence, which is the reason why the Sixers really lost that game. Because if Tyrese Maxey gets the ball after a timeout, hits those free throws, I mean, yeah, the Knicks could hit a 3 and tie it up. But, the chances are very, very, very much lower. But let me take that back. I'm not going to say the refs cost the game, but they were a big reason as to why the Sixers lost. Let's keep it stacked, bro. This officiating has been terribly, terribly bad. Has been extremely bad. The only game that I could say the refs did a great job was Timberwolves versus Suns game 1. Other than that, the refs have literally been atrocious, bro. I don't know if they can create AI that can, just do the refs' job for them and call a perfect game. But these refs suck, bro. It's actually disgraceful. And Adam Silver, please do something about this, bro. Let's talk about Joel Embiid. I mean, Joel Embiid, he gave it all that he had. And the Knicks, y'all are so lucky Joel Embiid isn't 100%. Y'all are so lucky, bro. Because he's still dropping 30 on y'all on one leg. But the biggest reason that I would say Embiid injury hurts us is his activity on the defensive end. It's much harder for him to get defensive rebounds. It's much harder for him to stay with guys, moving side to side. But the biggest thing is rebounding. That's why I'm on Tobias Harris. Tobias, if you're not going to score 15 to 20 points, you have to get 15 rebounds. And that's not even like, over exaggerating it, asking you to do something that you can't do, bro. You can get 15 rebounds if you're not shooting the freaking ball in the hoop. You're getting paid $30+ million. You can do that. Kelly Oubre, I don't expect too much, but I'm gonna need you to get more than like what he had, maybe like 6 points, something like that, bro. Like you gotta do better than that. I expect Kelly Oubre to play better at home. I expect Buddy Hield to play better at home. A guy like Campaign, I expect him to hit like maybe Campaign hits 2 threes. You feel me? Maybe he hits 2 threes and gets the crowd going. But I am begging Sixers fans, Philadelphia faithful, can y'all please not boo this team early? We're the only hope this team has. We're the only hope this team has. Because if we give up on this team early, the Knicks will sweep us or beat us in 5 games. So we have one thing really good going for us. It's the fact that Jalen Brunson has been locked up. I still believe that Josh Hart is not that guy to where he can be making all these shots. I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. And if he does, I'll go out here and apologize and all that. But, I just don't think Josh Hart can consistently make those shots, bro. So we're going to have to leave him open. And, again, just keep defending Jalen Brunson like we've been doing. Miles McBride, he been going crazy. But, look, bro, you just got to wade the storm. Wade the storm. The biggest thing is rebounding. And can we get a lift from the other guys outside of Maxey, outside of Embiid? Please, bro. That's all we ask. And Nick Nurse, try to instill some confidence in these role players so that they don't mess up all that y'all been working for the entire year. Come on, y'all. Y'all can do this. The Knicks don't have playoff experience like that. Y'all do. Embiid, come on, man. And I know some of y'all is going to be like, Embiid shouldn't say, we're going to win this series. What the hell do you expect him to say? I'm 10 toes behind Embiid, bro. What the hell you expect Cuz to say? It's done. It's over. We're not going to win. I don't know. That's what you're supposed to say. And after a gut-wrenching loss, that's inspiring from your leader. So if you thought I was going to come out here and say it's over, it's not over. Did I think that it would be 2-0 right now? No, I thought it would be 1-1. I was close, but I was off. I was wrong. I admit it. But I got Sixers in 7. If Embiid is obviously what he was today. We're going to cross our fingers and speak into existence that Embiid will be healthier. We're going to cross our fingers and say that. So, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. With that being said, y'all, we'll talk about Miles Johnson, where I'll always keep it real. I'm out, y'all.